in this game. So Supreme is going to farm slower than usual because otherwise there's going to be either a Void Spirit or a Quap jumping out of the fog or out of Moonlight Shadow. And he is going to get rickety wrecked. So, careful play for him. Probably not the fastest Morph game we're going to see. But I still, overall, I still really enjoy his chances, and I really like this starter pick as well as a definitive answer to say, alright, Lifestealer, you're not going to win this late game. You guys are going to have to go for a mid-game timing in this game, otherwise you're not taking it.
A quick fix here. Get that out of the way. Go. I've been bugging some people with those flashy numbers on the screen, so they're no longer there. At least for me, I've always wondered why do I always have the display network information on the screen. It's like, doesn't need to be around. I always have. Just forgot its existence, but I guess like I was like, oh, now that you mention it, now it's there.
Now it's bothering me too.
It is.
Why did you have to tell me?
Why did I have to tell you about it? Anyway, the last game of the entire day is upon us. And this is our last chance for a tie. Otherwise, we will have full 2-0s for today. Think it's a possibility.
Sorry, I already wanted to jump forward because I want to see...
Do jump forward. Be my guest.
I am so enthusiastic about this Mudgolems lineup. Once again, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, man, they can throw infest bombs at everyone in this game. If these guys coordinate their assassinations, they can blow everyone up before the Chen can even press R. There's a lot of potential for crazy entrance kills and burst damage on their side. If they manage to pull it off, it's gonna look real good. I'm going to have a lot of fun watching this.
Yep, there are a lot of ways to execute infest bombs. Like, I think one of the most enjoyable ones I've seen is when there's a Morphling in the game. You have heroes like Lifestealer and Puck. So you have the Blink Silence, and you have a huge amount of nuke, and a hero that can also build a Blink Dagger. So either you go in with the Orb, or just go straight up with the close range Blink, or just use a Blink Dagger, which you usually always build. And Charlie, you are a professional at catching these arrows, but this time you will not die for it.
He has about...
Unbelievable how this guy catches. Can somebody, like, start making a counter for this game? How many arrows will Charlie catch this game? Because now that I say it, like, he'll dodge the rest, but he is seriously. Yeah. I'm not sure if he's doing it as like it's his thing or.
No, just help him out here a bit. Yeah. If you rant about it a bit more, I'm sure he's gonna stop doing it.
Yeah, I think they, like, the NIP manager or the coach is gonna be like, Charlie, we need to talk. You caught 18 arrows last game. How does it feel to be controlled for like 90 seconds that last game?
Not good, I can tell you that.
We'll have to see. Skitters, Lifestealer going up against Saberlight Slardar. We've got Phoenix and Snapfire as the supports chilling out here. Don't have Rubik on Arrow this time. Looking forward to seeing how his Phoenix fares.
This is a hard Phoenix game though. Between the Shredder, the extra attack speed from the Nike's Rage, and the Mirana, there is not really, like... He needs to make sure everyone else is occupied with something else, or he needs to be like, hey, you want to hit something else than my cores? Take me!
Pick me.
Skitter getting cookied in. Saberlight's in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, holding his ground. Can't actually get to load up those 4 stacks into a bash on a hero. Instead, just blast hits on a creep. Up top there's still that same brawling going on. Milan is just punishing Misha here with these right clicks. Charlie's getting off to a good start in terms of CS. This ain't bad. Very worried about Supreme here though, because he doesn't have that much regen to work with here. Careful with Barani. Actually, Barani has got the same situation. Courier's still in base, so he's not actually buying anything. Almost getting that bottle. Very close to it. Meanwhile, Morph is actually bringing another salve.
A very effective regen for him, but unfortunately also spending gold to just stay in this lane, and it's one of the benefits of this quad pick.
Yeah.
her harass with the Shadow Strike is just still unparalleled. Nobody can trade into that, really.
Radiant have fortified their towers.
It's it just feels bad watching Supreme here. It's been 30 seconds since he popped itself, and he's back down on that same health.
Yeah, just gonna keep on repeating. Yeah, Quap is really enjoying this mid lane. I'm not sure if this is the best idea, like,
Top tower is being attacked.
to sack the Morphling's lane like this. I mean, you're the only hero who can... Well, you're not really the only hero. I mean, I guess NIP could have swapped their lanes slightly. I mean, the Doom would maybe stay safe lane, but you could potentially put the Morphling off lane just to get a bit more farm. Right now, you're getting levels.
Sure. But you would have thrown somebody other even harder under the bus. Is that worth it? If Supreme is going to end up farming a lot anyway.
Maybe.
Like, it's
I
the
mean,
best out of the
guess,
worst.
yeah, that's what I'm also trying to see in here. But doesn't Slardar also benefit a lot with just early levels? Just in terms of XP, and then you can help the rest of your guys out?
I'm pretty sure that if this was a Slardar mid, he'd be getting dove and killed right now.
Might be. Yeah. Yeah, I guess Supreme is the only one who can actually tank this. Piranha is still trying to throw more and more daggers at Supreme. There we go. Slowly shifting back. HP. A regen as well for this Quap, so... Piranha gets to surprise the Morphling waveform out.
That's, I like seeing that, though. That's a sign of life from a guy who got, like... He did pretty much nothing in the previous game. He didn't get to do anything.
That was Arrogant's first blood on Fata. Well, Milan
See you later, nerds.
challenge Misha for this rune here and still fighting against him, but as soon as 33 shows up... Oh, he gets it! But he gets it right after he dies, so he doesn't get the XP for it. With the help of a Centaur Courser, which right-clicks for 19 plus 16, so not even that much damage.
Not at all, but, you know, every little bit helps.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Misha actually going into mid, going to put a ward down here for Supreme, just so he gets a little bit more information.
Yep, Ronnie.
Also-
Looking for Supreme, but Supreme will survive that. Very close attempt. Now he's also got the bottle, so he'll be regenerating very, very fast now. But yeah, that's a Quap ulti almost getting a kill.
And what I'm
going
seeing here
in.
from Supreme is making me feel good, because he's taking risks even though he's getting his ass handed to him. They get 2 wards with that single sentry, actually.
Alright, that surprised a little bit. Rana actually picking up Misha under the mid-tier 1 tower. That was an arrow into a couple leap charges with a DD rune. 2-2 now. Saberlight having 28 last hits. Skitter with 25. Top is also pretty even.
Radiant's middle tower is being
Void Spirit's got a lot of farm, so this must be very pleasing for 33.
Oh yeah,
Straight
he's very happy.
eggs. Straight up eggs.
And straight up aggression here. Hits his level 6, immediately runs in
Trying-
Charlie. Charlie's not falling for that arrow again.
Nope. Not this time. Takes a bit of damage from the Starstorm, but okay by him. Though, is there any aggression happening elsewhere? Era still brawling with Fada. Both are level 4. Saberlight waiting for level 6. He is a tiny bit behind the Lifestealer's ult. I think once that Corrosive Haze is up, that will help them a lot. Stun combo onto Skitter. Trying to go for a trade, but want to go under the tower. Now here we have Misha with Mudgolems against Mudgolems.
Dire's top tower.
Can't quite get to them, though. He's got 2 of them.
That would be beautifully ironic, wouldn't it?
Mudgolems beaten by Mudgolems. That's also a statement why they want themselves a controller hero in their draft. Show them around like, hey, we've got 2 hostages, we've got 2 Mudgolems picked up.
If you want to see your family members alive, call GG now.
Yeah, call GG now and we will release these 2 Mudgolems. Invis rune for Supreme. Charlie coming in from the back, and there's your doom into the face. And Barania, an easy pick off here. Charlie gets the kill. Even Barania's courier also dead. Good smart
Excellent.
rotation with that doom being picked up. And now, meanwhile, in the bot lane, Saberlight 1 versus 2ing this fight. And an infest has been forced. Sapphire brings him to safety.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Well, Charlie isn't farming all game this time.
Nope, he isn't. And I absolutely love it when carries rotate into mid this early. It is such a powerful weapon, and people don't see it coming. Like, that was a pop. She can blink out, but, you know...
Oh, they're gonna go Misha. Barania coming in with the ultimate, connecting on 2. Supreme takes a hefty amount of damage, but he's still fine with it. Moral Milan is also around, and Charlie and Supreme are there. Era just going for a casual drive-by, instantly turns around, realizes there's no big threat going on here. Saberlight putting pressure on Fada, while Skitter actually TP's top with the Lifestealer, so the moment he realizes Lifestealer isn't here, Saberlight could just attempt on Fada.
It could, yes. Maybe he doesn't want to draw any more attention to the bot lane, though. And yeah, he's just going to mirror Skitter, because he knows that the Lifestealer can't actually fight him. And that's very frustrating for a man who really just wants to farm and maybe get a free tower here. But his tower is anything but free. Look at Charlie.
Skitter in the trees. Charlie going for some body blocks. The arrow will be caught on the Doom. That's number 2. Maybe number 3.
Dire's top tower is
It's
being
like...
attacked.
It's not even that funny, it's just the history.
It is. Though, with all the space created, Supreme gets the tower in mid. So he keeps his up, even though he took so much punishment from the co-op. He is the one to kill the tower first.
And this is exactly what I wanted to see from them in the previous game, because does Charlie have anything to gain from walking into top? Does Saberlight, like, do they really think they're going to get a kill on the Lifestealer there? Only if they're really lucky. But most importantly, it forces reactions, it forces attention, and Supreme gets to take that middle tower. And now they don't have to go through that entire hurdle of getting choked out of the map without any vantage points of your own to teleport to.
Agreed. The mobility will drop out, but I love the warding game from NIP.
Yes.
They've got 4 orbs placed in this area, so they control both the jungle partially, but they also have readings towards mid. And now Charlie is now here. Milan looking for the arrow, waiting for his teammates. When do we go? Saberlight's here. It's like, hello, and you have been spotted. Milan desperately trying to blink away, but they've got vision on this Mirana. No more leap charges.
Backup coming in.
Smack in the face right there. Now Fada on the right side. Rania waiting for his opportunity. They could still go for this. TP has been spotted, and it's going to be 33 jumping in right in the middle of the Mortimer's Kisses will be front as well. Charlie dropping really low on HP as well. 33, and there comes Rania. Throws in the ultimate to make sure that Charlie's down. Saberlight trying to go for the TP out, and Skitter, they don't have any TP cancels, so he is out. However, they hold their tower up, and they actually get to push as Mudgolems, and maybe they will take this top tower while they save theirs.
Yeah, that's not the same trade as mid tower, so especially not when, yeah, they're already pinging Saberlight, he's on bottom. And it looks like NIP is not even looking to let this one go. Saberlight can't join, but Charlie has a teleport scroll, and yeah, they don't actually want to fight him.
Yeah, 128, 332. Yeah, they could just deny this top tower, I guess, but I might just leave it up for just a bit longer so that they can maybe just teleport to defend it.
Yep. And this is one of the big benefits of that, you know, big HP pool of the Doom. He knows that basically the only way he can die is if he gets Sonic Waved. So yeah, why not go back to top?
Infest Bomb.
Forced it out already.
Do they go on though? There's too many targets to pick, and they're like, all right, well, I'll just blow up this wave. Back to jungle.
A little bit unconvincing, but at the same time, it's better to just, you know, give up early.
They're gonna go in Slardar. They got themselves the slows of Saberlight. He stuns up the Queen of Pain. Throws in a second one.
Just
Got
fighting.
plenty of damage. Just so many people to fight, and he's like, who do I hit? Down.
But look at the difference between this NIP and the really scared NIP that we saw in the previous game. It's like night and day, and this NIP has got 2 towers while their opponents have 0.
Yes. So all the things that we were actually thinking about are pretty much correct here. So that even with the change of draft, but also the change of playstyle, we see Charlie also rotating very early on to use his Doom early, get those pickoffs that they need. They got the mid tower down first, and all those little things that they're actually like showing to each other is also boosting their confidence by quite a lot, because they don't want to be in that situation they were in last game.
And they definitely are not anymore. That's not to say that, you know, we can say right now that they're playing this well enough that they're going to stop off this big damage, like just these burst damage spikes that are going to come at them from Mudgolems once the infest ganks really start rolling. But at the very least, they have a lot of space to play with now. They're giving themselves a lot of time. They're giving Supreme a lot of time. Look at this man. He is actually getting close to his Eagle Song.
Yep.
He got...
Not too far away from it either. Like, I think Morphlings has never actually been in a recovery mode after the first minute, so I guess all that money spent on those couple pieces of regen might have actually paid off for him.
Yep, sure did.
But Moonlight Shadow has been used, and it's actually been spotted by NIP. Milan at the high ground, looking for an arrow for Charlie to potentially catch. Not yet. Yeah, he's all alone here, so he's not going to throw one. But backup is on its way. They smoke. They do smoke, and it has been spotted. NIP know this as well. So they're going to take the fight nevertheless. It looks like it. Saberlight going to dive under the tower. They've got Milan right in front of them. Charlie is baiting them to make a move. Misha is here. He's got some purges. He's got some stuns. Arrow in the trees. Very risky spot. Going to catch the arrow. Needs to dive away and disengaging.
Yep, just contact. Supreme is actually joining. Yeah, they really want this bottom tower.
Worthy tribute.
It's very surprising that they bring him in. This would have been good enough as a diversion moment. Once again, what I said in the previous game, right? Contact. You just want contact. You just want to keep them busy. If they're thinking about you, they're not thinking about your carry who's farming. But this is commitment. That's Supreme on the front lines, and Piranha gotta think about whether or not he wants to TP in, but no, his team is backed off too far already.
Well, they're gonna have to give away this bottom tower. NIP happy to take it. Shotgun
And they're
getting
not even
closer.
trading.
Nope, they're not. They are trying to get this mid pushed in, but I think Mudgolems are in a bit of disarray right now. Not really quite sure what they want to do. I think they're between two options, and they're not really making either. NIP is feeling the momentum, because once they decide that we're ready to fight, can Mudgolems answer and step up to the challenge? Because that's what they really need to do here. Aggressive movements here in mid, but still nobody found. Meanwhile, they do find the Morphling silenced up, and it's gonna be enough. Mortimer's kisses deal enough damage for the kill. Those initial hits, they hurt.
Axe Rush really paying off for 33 there. And you paid for that with 3 towers, so it better pay off. And this is a good start.
That silence is a really big tool against that Morphling until Morph finally maybe decides to go for BKB, but right now it's a Manta. You did talk about that Morphs hate going for BKB, but sometimes you have to. Might be a game where you have to start thinking about the option later on in the game. Though you don't want to build it
Especially
first.
because
You
there's
don't have
double
to.
silence.
Yeah, double
Barney
silence.
just finished Orchid, and I don't think Charlie's gonna survive it.
Alright, well, that was a bit surprising. So Skitter actually gets a kill with Barania. That was a, yeah, co-op ulti. all you need to do is just miss for 1 second, and they will just go there and blow him up. Charlie doesn't have that much HP in the end, so your damage and a nuke with the infest, yep, works just fine. Era holding mid, pushing, keeping this wave pushed out, so that doesn't allow Mudgolems to make their advance toward the tower. And Charlie's just respawned. He's coming straight back to mid. Is
Very
this a smoke
beneficial to
stack
have
up?
that tower still up.
There's a smoke on Snap. Looks like they're planning about it. Not yet, though. While Roche is being started here by NIP.
Look at the amount of
Mudgolems don't know about it.
No, this is a... They read it though. They don't see
Arrows
anyone.
there. Charlie thinking about walking into the pit as well, but Milan is there, picks up the arcane rune. Roche at 1000 HP. Mortimer's kisses jumping from 33, and he takes the Aegis! Mudgolems steal the Aegis for themselves, and NIP instantly disengage from the pit, and everything goes down the drain.
Oh, that's rough. They're gonna lose the mid tower now too.
Lose the money, they lose the Aegis, might lose some objectives, but
Oh, they're not even pushing for it. I'm surprised. With how grouped Mudgolems was right there, I think they could have just marched straight on into mid. There was low status on Saberlight. He doesn't want to go in. But
I have to say that had to be at the same time one of the most surprising Roche fights. But then nothing happened after, so it's like, all right, we just stole Roche and everybody walked away. So we don't talk about what happened there.
I mean, the clear signal that it gives, I guess, is that Mudgolems says, no, we don't have our timing yet, so we're not going.
Yeah.
Even though we stopped yours by taking the Aegis.
Saberlight coming in really fast, almost catches the Moran off guard.
Man, NIP would have loved to have that Aegis onto Supreme because he just waveformed in. No, what are you doing?
3100 HP though. You have that kind of damage 19 minutes in? I don't think so. So Mudgolems are back.
You don't, but that's not a risk you can really afford to take. Anyway, they would have wanted, because he has no defensive items, they would have wanted to have an Aegis on top of the E-Blade that he's going to be flying in right now. Enable Supreme to blow someone up and go in without actually dying for it.
Yep. I love that Saberlight actually going for an axe on the Slardar. Meanwhile, they're jumping on the Phoenix. Silence has been thrown an arrow, trying to force something. Arrow almost connects, and Saberlight has now returned to the mid lane. Still, the defense is holding. Not the defense of the Ancient, but the defense of the Tier 1 tower. Midnight has been used. Or Moonlight Shadow even. Midnight, Moonlight. And NIP very stacked up here with Nisha's creeps almost blocking the Slardar. Arrow still around. Meteor Hammer for Phoenix. Silenced up. That's an Orchid reveal from Quap. Supreme here to farm and push this wave out. So nothing still happening. Mudgolem's just playing this very, very carefully.
Oh, sorry, I thought you knew that the Quap had Orchid because I talked about it before Charlie.
Might have been that I completely just ignored the fact that there was an Orchid there. Yeah.
That's okay. This was only the second kill that he got with it anyway. They have been very chill on the side of Mudgolems.
Yeah, 2k caster, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's me. Your MMR is like double mine.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's even worse. Alright, let's see. Void.
Shit, sorry.
I used to be above 5k, man. Those were the glorious days. When we still had party MMR. Void, however, they got the infested lifestealer right inside on 33. He is just baiting them to come in. Come at me, bruh. And NIP disengage with a big bunch of people just running away from them right there. Mudgolems can't seem to start a fight.
Did Charlie get his courier killed? Because there was a BKB flying out on that. And he doesn't have it. Oh no. They would love to be fighting right now. If he has that, 100% they fight. E-Blade up, BKB on the Doom. But instead they just got a kite. That feels bad, man.
Well, yeah, Mudgolems are just gonna keep up the pace that it is, as it is. Yeah, so we see like 3,000 gold for Quap, who's had an Orchid for quite some time, so definitely racked up that bank. Go for the next item already. Axe. And surprisingly, an AC very early for the Lifestealer, right after the Armlet.
Yep. I mean, it's a strong pickup to have this extra armor when there's a Slardar on the enemy team. As well as that, if you win a fight, you get to go for the base that much faster. Especially, once again, with a lineup that doesn't really have classic siege heroes or tower hitters. So, enjoy this pickup. He is just going to have to rely on his team to lock people down for him. because, you know, no Basher or Abyssal to make sure he can stick on any targets.
All right, well, let's see if NIP can get something happening here. Aegis expires, and they've already smoked up, and they know that this is the time to fight. Have an even advantage. It's a 4 versus 4 fight. Still won't break loose. Snap holding the front.
I love how Fada's baiting here.
Also ready to go, and Fada will take the blink stun from Saberlight and evaporated. The rest will just disengage.
Looks like he was out of there. Like, it's probably intentional. Giving the Quap more time on the mid lane, giving the Lifestealer time to get out. It's like, alright, you know what? If I retreat here, they're gonna chase all of us. They're gonna know that we're going out. So instead, I'm just staying here. They burst me and then find out, oh, there's nobody here anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Only 12 kills in the last 24 minutes. Half a kill per minute pace. They're really just, you know, just chilling about. People just want to get their stuff going here. Just slowly approaching this game.
And a lot for NIP is going to rely on their information. This Morphling is only safe if he manages to steal the form of the Lifestealer and with it the Rage. Otherwise, a double silence is going to be used to bring him down. And he is the main source of damage over on the side of NIP.
Yeah.
Charlie is just there to, you know, wade in, get information, attract a lot of attention. And he's actually got his Blink Dagger pretty much at the ready, so he's going to be very good at going in as fast as possible.
Well, we'll have to see. Charlie gonna go for the 25-minute rune. There's the taunt coming out, the arrow also killing one of the frost mages at the back, and Saberlight going with the stun with the blink in, and Charlie surfing really low on HP. They got the egg popped in the back line as well. The Quap ulti coming in. There's so much stuff happening right at the same time. The egg will go down too, and the buyback coming in from Doom, and so for the Sapphire as well. And they just want to go hammer this fight, and Saberlight's gonna go down. Skidder gets exploded by the E-blade from the Morphling, and now Void Spirit still holding himself somehow together. Doomed up, and Charlie's gonna go for a dieback, and now NIP will lose not 5 but 6 heroes in this fight. And Mudgolems, oh man, even with the buyback on the snap, losing 2 of their cores, but Quap able to dish out 3.3k damage in that fight and cause Nip to pay a heavy price.
Hell of a fight. And yeah, I gotta say, I think that NRP's targeting there, if they don't go for these hard to kill targets like the Lifestealer, for example, because he was the one that they focused on all the way at the start. Like, that is the hardest to kill target in the entire enemy lineup. If you don't do that, maybe you get to kill 2 or 3 heroes and the overall trade is better. But oh, the Quap just gets to clean that one up.
So much stuff happening there in such a short time span. I was like, all right, they're just throwing everything in that small area. And it wasn't even a long drawn-out fight. It was just everybody bursting everyone down, pretty much.
Yep. And this is why all the way back in the draft I said that I would like to see NIP pick up someone who could make use of the fact that everything was going to be so clustered. But yeah, the Quap went the other way. And it is the Quap who comes out on top.
Definitely is. Tier 2 tower also now out of the way. So there's only 2 more towers outside of NIP's base that Mudgolems can take, and it is dangerously looking a bit like a 2-0, but let's not swallow yet. Still time. Still plenty of time, but what kind of time are we actually talking about here for NIP?
For NIP specifically, like 35 minutes. We want this Morphling to be way bigger than he currently is. Like, Broly is Scotty on top of his Manta style.
Yeah.
Although that is going to hurt his damage output. The problem is that there are so many items and abilities on the enemy team directly targeting him because he is the sole source of damage. And you get caught in this weird dilemma between, if I don't build damage, you know, I'm gonna live, but I'm also not gonna win the fight. If I do build damage, I might win the fight, but I'm definitely not gonna live. What's a Waterman to do?
Let's see, there's a smoke coming in from the left side from Mudgolems, and Supreme is in the front of all of this, so Morphling definitely doesn't want to fall first. Scouting arrow. Might have given a bit of vision of the Morphling. Still farming the high ground, and there comes the Void Spirit. Throws in the taunt. 5 more seconds for another arrow. And Roche is up. But NIP, can they challenge the summit? Can they get to this pit in any way? Milan waiting in the tree line. Goes for the Yules onto the Phoenix. Phoenix is now elsewhere, taking in this fight. Saberlight trying to take down this Milan Mirana. And Supreme is out, and Saberlight's down too. And Charlie getting blocked by Misha's creeps. But this is NIP losing 2 heroes again. They've got the slows on the Phoenix. The Infest Bomb from Skitter. And Charlie diebacking on the Doom. Mudgolems 12,000 gold ahead. 4 kills for them, and it just looks too easy when these guys get executed.
Really well done. One of the problems that NIP has there, though, is they want to jump on Charlie. They don't actually want to go in on Saberlight, but because of Charlie's dieback in the previous fight, he again didn't have money for the Blink Dagger. He was again about 100 gold short, just like last time. So Saberlight has to go in, the entire thing is telegraphed, and the Morphling, as I said, he can't actually fight yet. Not yet. Yeah, he's got the Scotty queued up. Is he going to get there? I don't know, man.
This is like, it just looks like they can't stop this Mudgolem machine from working anymore. They can't jam it. They can't slow it down.
Saberlight went for a play mid. Doesn't
They're
get
still
anything
holding
out
him
of it.
away. Yeah, now he's still going for this kill. Now he gets silenced up, and they turn around with abilities. A lot of healing. Chen ulti coming into. Supreme trying to look for the E-Blade, and Quap will just quickly eat up a cheese. Oh, Fada. There's an Infest Bomb in the backline. Supreme's getting silenced up, and 300 HP, 600 HP gets the waveform to safety. Charlie already thrown down the Doom on 33. Skitter still right-clicking on this Doom. He's just following this Doom like a shark would follow anybody else on a boat. And right now, Saberlight's down, and also Era will go down. 2 heroes gone. Double kill for Barania, and Mudgolems are showing it how it's done. With the safety of the Aegis and the cheese. They get to use the cheese where the shotgun combo lands on the Quap, but Quap is fine dealing with it. And NIP back to the high ground. And actually they even find the Chen in the river. So Piranha with a DD rune. Doesn't take too much of an effort. Like, Quap hits really hard just with the right clicks, but when you add the orchids, the sheep sticks, the spells that they have, so much nuke. There's no coming back from this.
No, not really. Especially not because that previous fight was actually very well executed by NIP. They bait the Orchid out, don't lose Saberlight for it. Then he gets to tank the attention of most of the enemy heroes while the Morphling survives the initial jump attempt. And it's still not enough. They're just too far behind.
Midrack's taken out. There are no more outer towers, so they might just go again with the Infest Bomb just directly onto the Saberlight Slardar, and he is out. Supreme is now in the middle of everything. Slardar coming in with a buyback into this fight so that NIP can still have a fighting chance. They got the Yules to stun, the follow-up stun from Saberlight, but Piranha gets the blink away back to safety, and 33 will take him down. Skitter will get a double kill, looking for Supreme to chase him away. The egg will be thrown down, but they're just turning their attention right away to the egg, and the egg is gone. Even with Phoenix with a buyback, there's not enough manpower, there's not enough firepower left for NIP. Charlie's also down. 33 and Skitter with a triple kill. Supreme still trying something, but they're getting outstyled and outplayed here. The Narrow will connect onto the Life Stealer, but he is not even stunned. He's just standing still right there. And Supreme, he's still got that E-Blade cast on himself, so he's holding back, but Mortimer's kisses are following and flying towards the Morphling, keeping them away. And Mudgolem still with 4 heroes up. They might just be able to go for an Infest Bomb right in front of the fountain. They're going to dive the fountain and take Supreme right there where they are. And 33 gives 0 respect to NIP. And they're going to go hit the tier 4 towers by the looks of it. And this is over. Mudgolems 2-0. All series today 2-0. But this one, Mudgolem style, ninjas in pajamas.
You can see that the moment that NIP run out of plays to make, the moment where they feel that they can't comfortably go out on the map anymore, it's just all Mudgolems all the way. And they had such a good start on NIP. They had very clear goals, like how are we going to get these first 3